Adventure awaits! Welcome to Mojo Travels, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the best American cities for summer solo travel in 2019. Are you a fan of our videos? Be sure to subscribe to Mojo Travels and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at US cities that are ideal for solo travelers looking to hit the road this summer. We'd like to thank uprocks.com for the location selections. Austin, Texas. We can think of no better place to start a list dedicated to solo travel than the Lone Star State. Famous for its live music, eclectic citizenry, and tasty eats, Austin has no shortage of honky-tonks, barbecue joints, and microbreweries where you can mix it up with locals and tourists alike. Swing by the Salt Lick Barbecue for a plate of pork ribs and brisket before heading over to the St. Elmo Brewing Company for a pint in their laid-back beer garden. The city's official motto, "Keep Austin Weird," is embodied by a slew of oddball museums and a creative community that's as funky as it is innovative. Known for its festivals, you can't go wrong scheduling your next visit around Willie Nelson's Independence Day picnic, or head on back to town in the early fall for the annual Austin City Limits musical blowout. Seattle, Washington. For the solo traveler hoping to spend their summer vacation drinking great coffee, sampling local farmers markets, and exploring the great outdoors, Seattle's got you covered. There are a number of different tours for soloists hoping to make new friends while exploring the Emerald City, including the Seattle Underground History Tour and the Haunted Evening Seattle Pub Tour. Nature enthusiasts will definitely want to check out the nearby Snoqualmie Falls, while coffee lovers should make sure to grab a cup of joe at the Elliott Bay Book Company. Of course, no trip to Seattle, solo or not, is complete without a stop at Pike Place Market, perhaps the most iconic market of its kind in America. Finish off the night in hip Capitol Hill, where live music pours out of every door and you're never far from a pint of good beer. Las Vegas, Nevada. Few cities are as equipped to accommodate solo travelers quite like Las Vegas. Famous, or is it infamous, for its casinos, exuberant parties, top-notch entertainment, and proximity to one of America's most popular tourist destinations, we're looking at you, Grand Canyon. Sin City is truly America's playground. Kick things off with a daytime pool party at the Hard Rock or MGM Grand, where making new friends is as easy as saying cannonball. Next, head over to Container Park. Made from repurposed shipping containers, this shopping complex is filled with unique works of art and tons of awesome shops hawking all sorts of oddities. Feeling adventurous? Why not skydive into the Grand Canyon? Or take in the strip from the comfort of a hot air balloon? In Vegas, the sky's the limit. Denver, Colorado. Need proof that Denver is slowly becoming one of America's coolest cities? Just check out their stance on cannabis and magic mushrooms. Of course, you don't need to be tripping on psychedelics to appreciate the appropriately named Mile High City. Swing by Denver's oldest restaurant, the Buckhorn Exchange, for a plate of Rocky Mountain oysters under the watchful eyes of hundreds of pieces of taxidermy. If you're visiting on a weekend, be sure to check out the Denver Micro Brew Tour, where you're sure to make new friends while knocking back a slew of tasty local beers. Feeling outdoorsy? Why not take a guided mountain biking tour of Colorado's Front Range? Once that's done, relax and take in a show at the legendary Red Rocks Amphitheater, just 10 miles away from town. Washington, D.C. When people think of Washington, they tend to think of the White House, Capitol Hill, and the Smithsonian. And while you'd be wise to visit all of these important attractions, the city is so much more than what you see on TV. Solo travelers will find the Adams Morgan neighborhood, with its plethora of trendy shops and diverse restaurants, particularly appealing. Unfortunately, the city ain't cheap. So if you don't want to spring for a nice hotel, renting an Airbnb or staying in a hostel is likely your best bet for keeping costs low. Thankfully, there are tons of free things that tourists can do while in town, such as strolling through West Potomac Park and admiring the National Mall, where you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, National World War II Memorial, and the Martin Luther King Jr. National Memorial. New Orleans, Louisiana. The Big Easy is famous for its hospitality, parties, and festivals, making it ideal for any solo traveler. Take a plantation tour in the morning and then head to Commander's Palace in the Garden District to try their 25-cent martini lunch. Open container laws in the French Quarter mean you can admire the city's iconic architecture with a beignet in one hand and a cocktail in the other. No trip to New Orleans is complete without trying a po' boy sandwich. And one of the best places to get one is Killer Po' Boys in the heart of the French Quarter. Finally, be sure to hit up Frenchmen Street, considered Bourbon Street's less touristy neighbor, where you'll find bars and music venues frequented by real New Orleanians. New York City, New York. Great food? Check. Iconic landmarks? Check. Millions of things to see and do? Infinity check. Simply put, New York City is the travel destination for soloists in 2019. Or let's be frank, any year really. From Central Park and the Brooklyn Bridge to the Metropolitan Museum of Art and the Empire State Building, you could spend 6 months in the Big Apple and still feel like a total tourist. However, these days, people are venturing beyond Manhattan to amazing boroughs like Brooklyn and the Bronx, widening an already extensive area of must-see locations. What makes NYC great for solo travelers is that it's affordable to get around and there's always something going on. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from Mojo Travels, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.